whole timeline is crazy. You see some stuff, coming out, others will state that, nah, this is really doctored, this is orchestrated, right? So other people will come out and say, nah, this is real, right? Ashley's fan base will come out and state that, nah, it ain't real, and they will try to prove a point that this wasn't real, and they'll bring us something, close to that, right? On the other hand, about this stuff, about her being pregnant, I think it's not really a big deal. I mean, pregnancy, I don't understand. Like, okay, she's pregnant, and so, yeah, okay, Ashley's pregnant, and so, like, how is that? How is that a problem? Why is that really a problem? Anyways, as I'm like, lots and lots of stuff to talk about, right? So we got to treat this, right? I mean, just a bit, plenty. Getting.
Let's talk BB Ninja. Let's talk BB Titans. Let's talk BB Ninja. Let's talk BB Titans. Shaka Marine done come with the latest. Shaka Marine done come with the gist. BB Ninja, BB Ninja. Let's talk BB Ninja.
Like, share, and subscribe. Yabo!
That's good, it's a boy Shaq Ace up back on the brand spanking new video. You guys hit the G as a plan before we do, please subscribe
and tap on the like button. SNM Clan, please tap on the like button. If you're that SNM Clan member, always remember tap on the like button. Yeah, the release and that's on period.
All right, thank you guys so much. Shout out to each and every one of you. Let's begin. Before this whole stuff concerning this conversation leak or whatever, I mean, starting off with Siphesihle and the whole questions she was answering, right? Because they asked her a certain question, right? And I mean, this person asked her this, right? Of course, she put, ask me anything, you understand, right? The whole question and answer session, right?
Yeah.
Now, this person, of course, asked Siphesihle this, right? And asked, right? I love your relationship with Uyanda, Abobo, and Sweet Guluva. Are you guys still friends? The way, whatever this person was talking about, right? Are you guys still close or whatever? Are you guys still friends? And Siphesihle responded with this, and she said, I'm still close to Uyanda and Abobo. I'm respecting sweetness for obvious reasons. And I'm like, okay, I'm here to understand, like, I mean, you are close to Uyanda, you are close to Abobo. So you now respecting, according to you, say sweetness for obvious reasons, at least how does it even make sense?
Exactly, like what is the essence?
Madam, answer if you want to answer. Yes or no?
What is the essence of obvious reasons?
Obvious reasons, I don't understand. Like obvious reasons.
And you're even still calling it sweetness.
That's what I'm saying. So no, it's more like I want to ask. I mean, share something they paying this babe. I'm here to understand something. Is there anything paining Siphesihle? Because the time when Sweet Guluva won, you saw a reaction. So I'm like, okay, you're respecting.
Seriously, SNM Clan.
You're respecting.
It's very laughable. Very laughable.
Nah, you're respecting Sweet Guluva for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
What are the reasons you're respecting him for? Because I'm yet to understand, right?
Yeah.
Is it because of this babe? Is it because of Ashley? Is it because she's around the guy? Because I mean, even when she wasn't around that time, we saw what you were doing.
Yes.
Immediately you started showing yourself. You started doing all this stuff, right?
Yes.
All of a sudden, Jojo just took over. Then now you went back, your own show, right? You came again stating that he was winning because Ashley wasn't around.
Yes.
Now you are stating that you are respecting him for obvious reasons. So
that's why you guys are not like friends or so, or maybe you guys are not talking
exactly.
As much.
You're just
because
trying
of Ashley.
So I'm like, I don't understand. You don't get boyfriend again. What's going on? Don't you have a boyfriend? You stated that Biggie of course gave you a choice that time, either your family or your boyfriend. And you said, no, da-la-la, da-la, da-la-la-la-la, da-la-la-la-la, da-la. You're going to cry. So what's going on here?
I feel like it's very unnecessary.
Yeah.
See, it's your choice to answer, however. But I just feel like it's unnecessary. Like you bringing yourself an indirect drag. Because there's nothing there for you to say, oh, I'm still friends with Uyanda. I'm still friends with this person. But I'm not talking to... how do I put it? Like, you are not in that full-blown talking terms with Sweet Guluva.
It's that simple.
That's it.
It's that simple. However you want to put it right. But this one is more of like, I'm respecting sweetness for obvious reasons.
Respecting him.
It's like,
it doesn't sound right.
It's looking like, there is something you would have done. There is something you want to do. But because of some reason that you just didn't respect her. So I'm like, waiting this up. What is really happening here? Let's plan. I don't know.
It is it right at all.
Yeah, just let us not chill about
at
this.
All. And maybe when she even
like payment,
she didn't like in her mind, she didn't know that it would come off weird.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah, it came out weird.
And she deleted it.
Yeah, it came out weird.
Okay, why did you delete it? Because you know that the way you answered that thing didn't make sense.
Yeah, it came out weird. You understand, right? It's more of like, there is something, that is around the guy, so yeah,
that needs to leave.
That needs to leave.
So that she can
now
talk to him.
Enter. So it's more like, you doing that's more like, because of Sweet Guluva being with someone, you're just respecting the relationship.
Yes.
You're just respecting something, right?
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. So when you say obvious, it means people can actually state the obvious that it's because of somebody, it's because of something.
And now, two things. If you are friends with Sweet Guluva, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Because obviously you guys are just friends.
Exactly.
Unless you remembered how you displayed what you displayed in the house.
Yeah.
And now the person that is with Sweet Guluva will not trust you.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? So you know that Ashley Self will not trust you, you being around him, because when she left, how you handled yourself too, at a point, it's not like all the time, like at a point, didn't make sense. Do you understand what I mean? So it's not even going to bang if you are friends with Sweet Guluva like that, because you know that it's not going to make sense at the end of the day.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Madam, for me, just, state seed, yes or no, it's that simple, understand? The only going to enter the, I'm respecting whatever. Why you can't see the ass sweetness again? I beg, please. I'm like, waiting this up.
Now you sabi.
Please, I beg, now you sabi. Well, that's what you feel about that. Well, besides that, this whole actually stuff right now, there's a conversation, according to people, they state that it was a leaked conversation, a phone call. You understand? It sounded like, a phone conversation, right?
Yeah.
That was probably recorded and it was recorded, maybe it was on loudspeaker and it was recorded, right? And it was... All right. And it came out as an plan.
Yes.
Listen to this for yourself, right? You'll be the judge of this, because others are stating that, that this conversation now, it's a doctored conversation. It ain't real. You understand, right? They're stating that, that this is AI, this is blah, blah, so, right?
According to some people,
right? Because they had to prove a point, backing what you're going to listen to, right? With another conversation you're going to listen, right? Or a statement, right? From Ashley, right? According to them, right? Pretend that was Ashley, right? We're going to listen to this SM plan and let's know how you feel about this. All right.
Don't plan for anybody to see that I'm pregnant. It's not showing now. I don't know when it will start showing, but when the time comes, I'm sure it's not going to be a lot, and I'm sure I can deny it because I can see already what I'm doing. Don't plan for anybody to see that I'm pregnant. It's not showing now. I don't know when it will start showing, but when the time comes, I'm sure it's not going to be a lot, and I'm sure I can deny it because I can see already what I'm doing.
All right. You've heard this SNM plan. Okay, now quoting what was said there is, I don't plan for anybody to see that I'm pregnant. It is not showing now. I don't know when it will start showing, but when the time comes, I'm sure it's not going to be a lot. And I'm sure I can deny it because I can see already what I'm doing.
See, that last part don't even make sense.
I didn't get
you see,
the
last statement part, it didn't make sense to me. But SNM clan.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now, I know that AI is taking over. And it's quite annoying sometimes, right? But you listen to this voice note. Please, what do you think? Do you think that's a real voice? Do you think that's Ashley? Because I feel like this is a real voice note.
It sounded like... Or it sounds, right?
It sounds
like a real
Ashley's voice.
A real whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I'm aware about, you already know this, text to speech stuff. You can actually clone someone's voice, right? Without actually putting text to speech, you can actually speak. And when you're speaking, that voice, you can automatically, change it to that person's voice.
They can go to Ashley's Instagram, pick up a voiceover that she did.
That's what I'm saying. Once you've taken that voice already cloned that voice, right? So, in other words, you cloning that voice, you can put in some text, put in some statements and automatically to give you a voice, using that person's voice, right?
Yeah.
But there's now the voice changer when, as I'm talking, for example, right? I'm obviously sounding, human, definitely, right?
Yes.
But because of my, intonations, my quotations, my pauses and all, it can still be translated into another person's voice as I'm still talking.
True.
You understand, right? So I'm like, okay, this now, they said that, because of how it was being stated. It was quite weird to me.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what Ashley said here. That, I'm pregnant. It's not showing now. I don't know when to start showing, but when the time comes, I'm sure it's not going to be a lot, and I'm sure I can deny it. Like, I mean,
like the whole thing
it's not making sense.
It's not making sense.
It's not making sense. Even if it's not a big deal that she whether she's pregnant is not a big deal.
That one is another thing. Like, why is it a conversation?
Yeah.
Just how I mean, like, why is everybody trying to like weaponize it and make it look like a big deal?
Yeah.
And this person that people are like talking about or making jest of, she's an adult.
The big deal, they want to make it look like it's more of like, Sweet Guluva is responsible. Because when she came into the house, nothing like that happened. So it's more of like, whatever they did in the house, nothing was shown. Whereas they do one or two things inside the house that nobody knew about.
Yeah.
You understand, right? So that is what's more like, so I mean, what's really going on? How can she be pregnant? If she's pregnant, Sweet Guluva that's responsible. Or could it be another person?
Nah. No. I don't think so.
Right.
But I just feel like the voice over sounded so natural.
Real.
Like, it sounded so real.
Yeah.
It sounded like Ashley's mannerism, like everything.
Yeah.
And if you listen to like an AI voice, you will know that there's something. But even though I've heard some AI voices, it's so real.
Yeah, it's so real.
But it's just because why I'm saying that is because this is Ashley's voice. Even if you want to clone Ashley's voice, it can never sound natural. Her voice will always remain the most natural of any voiceover. Just what I mean.
Like I
that's
said,
why I just feel like this one just sounded so.
It's very possible. How I put it, there is
like 100%.
There is text to speech.
I know
where you put in certain stuff that you type. Now there is voice changer. Whereas I'm talking now, I am talking right now, but it's translating into Ashley's voice. In other words, as I'm talking, you can hear my pauses, you can hear how natural I sound, but it will translate not to my voice again, but to someone else's voice.
But mannerisms, Uncle. Mannerism is not just about you looking at the person. You can still sense.
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
You can
you can actually know when someone else is chatting with you.
Yeah.
You can know how someone actually like types. You can know, okay, now this person is sounding weird. This is not how you type. You understand, right? So I get it, right? But I don't know. They had to say that, this was doctored. This wasn't real or whatever. Actually won't say this at a certain plan. This is what they had to use to, prove that point. And mind you, this point that they tried to prove, people were already believing it.
Yes.
They're already believing it, right?
Even some Ashley fans too.
They believe in it.
They're not like, okay, it's okay, fine. So what? She's pregnant, so what?
Yeah, and people trying to make this to prove a point, you should have stated it or captured, okay, this is you trying to prove it, but not you saying that, oh, this is the reason why they're doing this. You understand, right? So it's more of like, you are even harming the babe more than you're trying to defend whatever you're defending, right?
And now, I don't know the particular person that released this stuff. I don't know if it was the last voice note we listened to. I don't know if it was that person. If it was that person, If it's another person, understandable, because the last time that we listened to that voice note, the person said, clearly, she said she did not record their conversation.
And she regretted doing that.
She regretted not recording it. So if she's one that released this stuff, then I don't believe her. I don't believe her at all, unless it's someone else that did.
Okay.
Then, okay.
Well, listen to this as a plan, please.
Yeah.
I am not pregnant. Felsi and Daddy are trying to tarnish my image because I said no to prostitution. They had a deal to sell my body to a rich man in Ghana and Nigeria.
Oh, God.
Listen to it again, please.
I am not pregnant. Felsi and Daddy are trying to tarnish my image because I said no to prostitution. They had a deal to sell my body to a rich man in Ghana and Nigeria.
Okay, how does this one sound?
I mean, it's
very
obvious.
This is trash.
It's unnatural. You understand, right? It's unnatural.
It's so fake. It's so
unnatural.
Fake.
I mean, she's talking about certain people that wanted to put her into prostitution, stuff like that, right? One rich man in Nigeria and Ghana, whatever, stuff like that, right? So, well, in other words, more like, try to still target the people that were coming for Ashley, right?
Yeah.
That conversation that came out, the first one I listened to, was putting Ashley on blast.
Mhm.
So this one's coming out more like, since you can do this, right, let's still retaliate and still, fire back and talk about, how, they want to like, use her for
Yes.
prostitution, whatever,
Yeah,
right?
yes,
So they are
yes.
stating that maybe VVIP is doing this or whatever, right?
Mhm.
But some people are saying that this was actually a real conversation and actually had this conversation. All right.
It's crazy.
All right, so.
But I will say again, what is the essence?
I don't know.
The GoFundMe, have people refunded?
Yeah,
that should be the conversation.
Yeah, I think nothing is being diverted or distraction or whatever. You understand, right? It was about over 40,000, Canadian dollars before. Now it has reduced. You understand, right? To at least 21,000. You understand, right? So in other words, more like 20K don't vamoose, right? They are refunding. Right, of which, the person stated that, GoFundMe right now is disabled. We can't accept any donations again. It's we are working and we are putting out processes for you to get your refund. So people don't get their money back. So in other words, it's more like, that GoFundMe, like say you don't go, right? And you remember when I said that, oh my God, 700K, 700K, don't go.
Actually, it's very fun.
700K, don't go.
Yeah, because she cannot be able to book a flight.
That one you'd say, even if she was being sarcastic, for me, say they actually pay me for Ramo. You understand, right? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I would rather be better, protecting your own dignity than you, feeling so stupid and controlled because of necessary stuff. I mean, come on, these guys people that just come and just make you do things you don't want to do because of the money they're giving you.
Yes,
please, I beg you, not be doing it now, right? Yeah, your dignity first of all, your sanity first of all, right? Before your money, right?
Yes.
It is what it is. Well, so I'm glad how you feel about that. Well, besides that, Sweet Guluva, number one on the social chats. Amazing, while I know the finish of which he said, it's only a healthy competition, right? He said it's healthy, you understand? Him number one, Ashley number two, he said they just marinates.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, my only, and of course, Ashley reposted what Sweet Guluva said and said my only competition. That's what she said. And she's just crying with a heart emoji and a broken heart emoji. Ashley and Sweet Guluva. So Ashley's only competition is Sweet Guluva. What happened to the rest housemates? Hi! Now wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Crazy shit.
All right, so it is what it is. Cool stuff.
But to be honest, since the end. Since the show ended,
it has always been about them.
It's
quite unfortunate.
It has always been about them.
No one else exists. We can't accept the trial. Suku, that one, the kalash, the stand ground, understand, right? But mostly, it's always about
them.
Just so crazy. Well, it is what it is. All I know is that, aside the whole talk, go and be getting your deals. So that's my own. All these ones now just for pockets. The next season, another one come again, man.
Yeah.
I beg.
Do you know, that's why I said,
whatever.
I don't like
when they're just talking, if it doesn't translate to anything, what's the use now? There's no use, no benefit, And
I actually don't like when the housemates enter the house and the accounting followers. I don't like that.
That's the thing, yeah.
They are like, oh my God, by now it would have been 1 million.
Right?
Pipe low. Wosa. Yes. Because you hear them say, oh, by now it will be 500,000. Bitch, you came out with 40K.
All right. Well, I said, I'm glad anything else on the table, please.
Nope.
All right. So these are this. Just I'm glad ready to the drill moment. Comment here. Let us know what you feel about this video. If you love this video, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Like our videos, share with this guy. We say thank you. You guys are the very best. You guys are awesome. Always remember never to give up. Be the best at what you do. Success is guaranteed. No option to negate. This guys.
Peace, chakalaka.